everyone, welcome to A Village Lost in Time Part 4. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm just very confused how such a small village can have so much to show you. I mean, look, we're already in Part 4. And we're really just scraping the surface. I mean, we haven't even seen downtown. We haven't seen the old church. We haven't even really gone into the new church. I have the upper village I want to take you to. And then I started thinking last night about all the places and the things I want to show you. And it's crazy. It's that old, we have that old bunker I told you about in the last video. We have the Momingkamak, where it's that rock where a girl, according to legend, but everyone knows that it's a true story, jumped off of during Turkish occupations. They don't, I don't want to really even say what they would have done to her. There is an old Roman road. There is an ancient Thracian grave where people have told me that they've seen 2 horses buried alongside the body. There is a group of Germans living in a neighboring village who take care of bull, which was really cool. They had an electric fence with no note of that, so I got electrocuted. That's something interesting to show you. I'm gonna waste the whole video just telling you what the future videos can hold, but there's a lot, and that's only going into places. I'm not even going into experiences. I mean, I want to show you how we hatch our chickens. I want to show you how we graze our sheep. I want to show you our Bulgarian holidays and traditions, specifically Chivarme, which is it's a lamb on a spike. I know it sounds brutal, but I'm not going to show you the beginning part. I'll just show you the part where it's cooking. So it's like the way people have roast pig, we have roast lamb, but we do it at the river, for example, or in our yard over the grass. It's amazing. Then there's kurban, which when you have a big celebration, we cook the lamb inside of a ginormous pot, and it's meant to feed the entire village. As you can see, we also have mushrooms, and yeah, these are chanterelles. We also have porcinis. I'm not going to even go on the list right now. We have mushrooms. That's something I'm definitely going to show you guys. It's my new favorite thing to do. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about what future videos because I'm getting ahead of myself. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you imagine Manhattan, how we have uptown, downtown. Now we're going to go into like the west side, east side of everything. Here you're going to see what lies beyond that hill that I ended the last video on, for those of you who watched, and expect to see an old graveyard, which has always been one of the most interesting things in the village to me since I was a little kid. You can imagine all the ghost stories that we came up with, as well as a very interesting surprise that not even I knew about. It's something that's brand new. So that's just a quick sneak peek into what to expect today. Let's just jump right in. So welcome to A Village Lost in Time Part 4. Okay, it's a new day. Here we are. I'm going to do a bit of an overwrite so you can really get an idea in the daylight. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Here is the church. I'm going to do a separate video just on the church because there's a lot to learn. It's just too interesting to squeeze into this video. Essentially, the village was originally on the other side of the river. But during the time of the Black Plague, they moved to this side. Whoever was healthy enough to moved and left behind the old village. And, whoever didn't have a chance. They built this church here. However, we were still under Turkish occupation. And there was a law that no church can be taller than a Turk on a horse. So that's why the church is so low, because usually, churches are supposed to be the tallest buildings in a village, like you saw in the new church. But in our case, houses are taller because we were under Turkish occupation and, But to compensate for this, they built it slightly into the ground. I'll take you on a tour of the outside, the inside, the yard, everything. The graves. It's very interesting. So now we're walking towards the river. The river is in that direction. Right? The bridge is over there that we started on. And now we're on the other side of the field. Up that way is the graveyard. It's also very interesting because you see graves from hundreds of years ago. There is where is it? A walnut tree right over there. I don't think you can see it too well from here. But some of the best, actually I'm not going to say the best walnuts in the village, but pretty good ones come from there. Now we're walking towards my grandfather's, there's some animal over there, probably a rabbit. My grandfather's Niva is field. It's quite a bit of walking. Oh, this is my stone. I call it mine because since I was little, I'd always mark our path with it. I've been looking at that stone since I was born. It's gotten a bit buried. So here we have quite a long walk. Over here is the field. Other side, the graveyard. I may not take you on the whole path because right now being winter, there's not much here to see. Usually it's full of flowers. I mean, it depends on the season. In the summer it's full of beautiful white flowers. In the spring, there are these little fluffy, I don't even know what they are, fluffy plants that grow. It's just, every season carries its own beauty. So, we're going to backtrack because I tried to get to our parcel of land and it's completely covered in thorns, the path. So I'm gonna have to go back and we have it's not a lawnmower, it's like what is that thing the Grim Reaper carries, with that, and cut down whatever I can. But I'll do that probably next time I come because right now there's just no point. I'll show you our field next time. So, down there is the river, which we'll get to. But for now, I'll take you down the bottom path of the village. So again, bridge over there. I think you can actually see it. This is where the sunflowers are in the summer. Right now, this is animal feed. This green that you see. Animal feed for goats, cows, so on. We call it lucerna. Okay. Now here, I think you're going to find this interesting. Look here. Yep. So, old graves. You can actually see. I don't want to tread on it, considering it's somebody's grave, but you can see where the old cemetery was. Now it's just a memory. And I can see here lies. I can't see too well from here, and again, I don't want to step on the grave to read it, but thought you'd find that interesting. I always did. I would always spook myself when I was little. But in all seriousness, you can feel the history and you can feel the past of the village. Up there's a few more graves. I'm not sure if you can see it. And when you walk a little bit further here, you'll see, this is actually new. Okay, I don't really want to film this. This is new. So the grave itself is old, however, the stone is new. I'm going to take a look, so I decided I will film it. After reading it, it is exactly what I thought. It is an old grave. It's actually the grave that I was looking to show you, except but in the past, this was all covered in thorns and bushes, and you could only see the, the outline. And now, it's the first time I'm seeing the new tombstone, and I think there's nothing wrong with, in fact, let his name live in memory. It says here, Ivan Kirchev, if I'm reading that right. I obviously don't know him because he's born in 1902. And what's interesting and tragic is that he was killed by accident while they were hunting. Here is the man. So it looks like the hunters got together and fixed up his grave. You can see all the tombstones around. That's a tombstone over there. It's the old graveyard. Here's another one. This is so old that you can't even see the writing, hardly. Yeah. That's tragic. I didn't know that that's how this man died. I just know it was an old grave. But it's very nice what they did. They cleared it out. Looks like they left him with a key up there in the pot. And, yeah. Born on May 15th, 1902. You always find something new. I'm telling you. Here, let me show you. Let me see if you can see it actually. Hardly, but more old remnants. Oh. Throw this out. So you see what I'm talking about when I say history. This village holds a lot of history, a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot of happiness. Okay. Now, this house has always been a complete mystery to me and something very interesting, because when we were little, the older kids would basically brag about how they had gone inside the old houses. And what they would tell us is exactly what you'd expect to hear in a horror movie. Spider webs everywhere, dust everywhere, tables that are set for food, for meals with open cans and leftovers of food, old black and white pictures, as if the family just got up and left in the middle of the night. So time is just really frozen in there. Life as it was 50 or how many years ago the family was last there. Of course, I've never been in myself, but just sounds cool. Here, this is an interesting house. So, again, to give you some orientation, down that way, when you continue, you're going to hit the center. My house is in that direction. Our other house is in that direction. So we were at a friend's house, and while we were at dinner, we heard a huge bang, and we went outside, and what do we see? A house collapsed right in front of us. And it's that house right over there that you see. The roof broken down. Yeah. You could tell clearly that's totally uninhabited. This one has someone. Zdrasti! Добре заварила? Ами добре, ние сме. That was a good friend of ours. She's taking her sheep out to graze. I decided to walk back this way so I can show you this road. It's a nice one. Oh, here is that house I told you. The one with the spider webs and the food on the table. It's just always been like a ghost house to me. I haven't gone in myself because it looks to me like someone may go back. It looks upkept, but definitely very interesting. Couple of roosters, chickens. So that lady that we just passed, she has the most delicious eggs. Lots of them. She gives us eggs. We used to buy milk from a woman that lives here, Lila Valentina. This is the shortcut towards the mayor's house. Here is the house of the woman we just saw. You can actually see one of her chickens. Oh, and a rooster. They roam free. Down back. She lives here with her husband. And I think you're gonna get oriented because we passed here yesterday. Again, my house. Okay, the hunters are going out. You can see that's where they hold the dogs until they get to the hunting spot. Here is the house from yesterday. The one that I told you had that creepy room, hidden room. And now we're heading back where we started. This was our starting point. We made a circle. So that was part 4. I'm going to stop it here. It, again, got a little bit longer than I had expected, which is really great. It means there's so much more than meets the eye, considering it's so rural. Next time, we're going to be heading towards downtown. I hope you guys enjoyed. That renovated grave really touched my heart, I have to say. I mean, it was a surprise, I guess, not only for you guys, but also for myself. It's the first time I had seen it renovated. Otherwise, I have a memory of it, you know, as a child and even from last year as this big block that is clearly a grave, but you never really knew the story behind it or who the person was, and it was never cleaned out that way. So it was very touching to see that people are continuing to live. You know, they're not giving up hope. They're continuing to progress. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you could like and subscribe, as always, it means the world to me. Thank you so much for those of you who have. I mean, it's just makes me so happy that you're enjoying the videos. That's all I can say. Next time, again, I'm going to be posting part 5 downtown, and I hope to see you guys there.